Hey everyone, George here, and welcome back to the channel. Are you a small business owner, maybe a freelancer or a side hustler who absolutely dreads writing marketing copy? I know how you feel about that. What if I told you there's a game-changing solution that can help you churn out high-quality, persuasive copy in minutes, not hours or days, using AI programs like Google's Gemini or ChatGPT? So what exactly is AI copywriting? Well, simply put, it's using artificial intelligence tools to generate written content for marketing purposes. Think headlines, ad copy, social media posts, email subject lines, product descriptions, even blog outlines. There are loads of different AI tools out there, so which tool should you be looking at? Well, there are many fantastic options out there, but here are just a few popular ones that small businesses can start with. The two I use most often are ChatGPT and also Google's Gemini. They're fantastic general-purpose AI chat models. They're not specifically designed just for marketing copy. I kind of like that. Their versatility makes them incredibly powerful for generating ideas, outlines, and initial drafts. Plus, you can get them with free tiers, although the paid versions are not that expensive. Jasper AI. This is one of the pioneers in dedicated AI copywriting. It's robust, has many templates for different copy types, and is great for long-form content. It's a premium tool, so there is a cost, but it's worth it for serious marketers. Copy AI is another excellent option with a very user-friendly interface and a wide variety of templates for everything from social media captions to sales emails. You'll often find a free trial there with Copy AI. And then there's Write Sonic, which is similar to Copy AI, and it offers a range of tools for different marketing needs, including articles, ads, and product descriptions. Now, for the purpose of this demo, I'll mainly be showing examples using a general AI. The one that we'll be using is Google's Gemini, because that's accessible to everyone and demonstrates the core principles. Okay, let's jump into a real-world example here. Let's imagine that you have a small online bakery that's working in a popular but limited niche, and let's say you're doing gluten-free vegan cookies. Now, what you need for that is an attention-grabbing ad headline and some short body copy for a Facebook ad. So you want to type that in to our description right down here. We'll start by telling the AI program how it's going to behave. In this case, act as a professional copywriter. We'll then explain what we want to have written. So we'll ask it to write us 5 compelling ad headlines and a 30-word ad body for a Facebook ad promoting a new line of delicious gluten-free vegan chocolate chip cookies. So we told it what we want. We want 5 copies in here for the headlines, and we gave it specifics for the ad copy, including the length in words. Let's now do a brief description of our target audience. The target audience is health-conscious individuals who still crave tasty treats. Notice we have a little bit of ad copy in here already. We have delicious up here. We have tasty treats in here. So we're giving it a little bit of a sense of style as well. And then click on this button right here. This is going to submit this, and we'll then get our response. And this goes very, very fast. Type that in, just a sec. And here we go, writes that out already. I'll scroll down a little bit. So here's our ad headlines. And these are great. And here's our ad copy. Notice how it has figured out that there are a few more things that it needs to mention in here. We have guilt-free right up here. Right down here, 0 guilt. So it knows that these are treats, and it knows that treats can sometimes be breaking diets, things like that. So it's handled that for us. We said tasty treats. It asks itself, what does that mean? It means that somebody has a sweet tooth. So it's gone in and actually analyzed what we asked it for, and then came back with 5 really great ad headlines. Now, you can choose one of these to use for your ad, or you can even rotate if you wanted to and see which one works best. That's often the best way to go with this, is to do A/B testing, where you're testing out each of the different headlines so you can see which one performs the best for you. I think I would probably leave this one off just because it's the longest one. Short headlines work better than long headlines in most cases. I also probably would leave off this little bit here. Parentheses aren't that great for headlines. This works out well, by the way, if you're doing this on YouTube. YouTube titles work out very well with things like parentheses. But ad copy on Facebook, you probably want to stick with just your shorter lines. So I would start off and try something like this one first. This is the shortest of those, but the other ones are also great titles. Let's take a fast look at our body copy down here. Satisfy your cookie cravings. I like that, some alliteration right there. Without compromise, our new chocolate chip cookies are delightfully delicious. We got the delicious in here. 100% vegan and gluten-free. Pure indulgence for your healthy lifestyle. Get yours today. So real nice ad copy. So that worked out great for something really short, just a little short ad. Let's try something a little bit longer, and we'll do a product description for an e-commerce store. This time we'll go for something that's also a bit trendy right now, and that's a reusable coffee cup made from bamboo. Bamboo is real popular right now for sustainability. Okay, let's come down here, same thing. They can do all of this on the same session in here. Now, if you do this on the same session, Gemini and also ChatGPT will pay attention to what you've done before, and it will begin to build up a profile for your particular session. So we're staying kind of in that new Gen Z area with the gluten-free and the bamboo and all of that. So it's beginning to build up a kind of customer that we're trying to approach. If I was going totally off topic up here, let's say I was just doing sports equipment, I probably would change and do a new chat instead of working on this existing chat. Okay, let's come down here and we'll type in a nice prompt on this. Now this prompt is going to be a little bit longer because we're looking for a longer and more structured description. Now remember up here, we've already asked Gemini to act as a professional copywriter. It is still thinking that way, so we don't have to repeat that since we're in the same chat. So for our first sentence, we told it that we want a persuasive and informative product description. We give it the length in here for an e-commerce store, and we give it the name of our new product. Notice that I put this in quotes so that it knows that this is a name and not just a description. Let's now give it features to focus on. So we'll ask for highlighting sustainability, durability, stylish design, and leak-proof features. And let's also give it an emphasis to help focus the product description. So let's get to emphasize how it helps reduce waste. That's the reusable aspect, and that is perfect for daily commutes. And let's see how it does. Again, come down here, click on this little arrow, and let it run. Again, you see how fast that is. Just took seconds to give us a nice description right in here. Okay, EcoSip Bamboo Travel Mug, so it recognized that that was the name. We put that in quotes. Sip sustainably, live stylishly. That's really nice. A lot of alliteration in there. Nice little headline, little slogan. Make a powerful statement for the planet with a new EcoSip Bamboo Travel Mug. Notice that this is in bold in here. Crafted from sustainably sourced bamboo and a durable stainless steel interior. Now, I didn't mention this, and that's one thing you have to watch out for here with AI generation. It's going to take a look at what you're doing. It's going to look at other examples online and try to guess parts that it's not seeing. In this case, you have to double check that the description actually matches what your product is. But that's pretty easy, just a little bit of basic editing in here. This mug is designed for the eco-conscious individual who refuses to compromise on quality or style. And then second paragraph, it's sleek, minimalist design, effortlessly complements any aesthetic, while the double-walled insulation keeps your beverages hot or cold for hours. Say goodbye to spills with our innovative leak-proof seal, ensuring your bag and belongings stay dry during even the busiest commutes. And right down here, we have the little call to action, choose EcoSip and ditch disposable cups forever. It's a perfect everyday companion for a greener, more convenient you. Really, really nice ad copy. It just needs to be double checked against your actual product to make sure it does match that product. Okay, let's try something else. A real standard place where a lot of ad copy is used, and that's in email marketing. So let's try getting some email subject lines and also an email opening for a flash sale email. So again, right back down here in the text insertion box down at the bottom, and let's type in what our prompt is. Again, Gemini already knows that it's working as a copywriter, so we don't have to repeat that because we're still in the same chat. So let's get to generate 10 engaging email subject lines for a flash sale offering 20% off organic skincare products. Notice how this bit right here is very similar, if we scroll up, to the 5 ad headlines and 30-word body ad copy. A similar request here for Gemini. Okay, let's go ahead and run this and see how long this takes. Hit that button. Just a second. And it's given us a lot more this time in here. And in this case, since we asked it to write us an email and we've only included the opening paragraph, it takes us into a writing environment where we can then add into this and continue writing our email right here, right inside the program, which is very, very useful. You don't have to copy it out and paste it into a different program. You can just continue to write it right here. We can save this up onto the cloud. We can adjust our styles in here. If you want to, we can take this and expand this into a web page, infographic, quiz, or audio overview. We can change our length down here, change tone, and also suggest edits. So it allows us to come in and do a lot more than just getting responses to prompts on the left-hand side. You'll be seeing more and more things like this as AI advances in its skills. Now, if you don't want to have this over here, if you want to just copy and paste into your own program, that's no problem. Just go over here and click on Try Again without Canvas. Let it do that again. There we go. This time we don't have that additional canvas on the right-hand side. Now, if we're taking this out to a different program, if you were using Microsoft Word or using Google Docs, whatever it is, just come down here and click on Copy Response. Or you can share and export. A few more options in here. We can double check the response. You can copy, you can listen to it. Let's go ahead and copy this one, copy it onto the pasteboard. Then I can just paste it into a word processing app and continue my editing. Okay, so we've seen now 3 examples of what AI can do for you here in copywriting. Let's now see how we can improve on this. The real secret to getting great responses is learning how to talk to the AI chatbot, and this is called prompt engineering. We had our prompts right up here. Here's one of our prompts. So you need to give it clear information. So you're asking the chatbot, in this case Gemini, what you want it to do for you. But think of this as being an intern who is maybe very, very bright, but needs a very specific description of exactly what to do. And the more specific you are, the better the output is going to be. These are real simple prompts. You can be much more detail-oriented on these to get a much better, stronger result. Some of the things you want to take a look at for powerful prompts: role-playing. We already saw that at the very top, and that's act as a professional copywriter. You tell the chatbot how you want it to behave. That gives it a context to work inside of. In our case, acting as a professional copywriter is what we want this to do. If you want to have more fun with that, you can do things like imagine you're a quirky social media manager, and it will understand that. Okay, next, give it context and background for what you want. That's the details about your product or service, your business, and your unique selling propositions. You also want to mention your target audience. And we did that up here. The target audience is health-conscious individuals who still crave tasty treats. So we have our target audience listed right there. Of course, you need your desired output. In this case, that's right here. 5 compelling ad headlines and a 30-word ad body for a Facebook ad. You can put in the tone you want. Some tone styles might be formal, humorous, urgent, friendly, professional, things like that. We included that right down here. We have use urgent language right there. That's the tone we wanted for the email. You also can include keywords to use or keywords to ignore. So you can add in a list. Try to use these keywords and then give it a list of keywords, or don't use these words and give it a list. And then on all copywriting, you're going to have certain specifics you have to stay within, such as a word count. And we've mentioned that up here. Here's 50 words right there. We give it a word count right here. Up here, we gave it a word count right there. Up at the top here, we gave it a word count right there. So make sure that the chatbot understands the specifications that it has to work within. And again, always keep in mind that the more specific you are, the better the output is going to be. And it's also fine to experiment. If you don't like this, go ahead and just try it again. Maybe change your words a little bit and give it another shot. You can also ask Gemini, or if you're using ChatGPT, you can ask it to try this again. Just come down here and try writing it in a more friendly tone. You can do things like that, and it will give you a different response. Let's give it a try right down here. I'll just ask Gemini to rewrite this in a more friendly tone. And it goes back to the last thing that it wrote, and it gives you new copy here, in this case, in a more friendly manner. Okay, let's now take a look at this and bring the human element back into AI, and this is very important. We'll start off with check for accuracy. Like we mentioned up here, there were a few things in here that I noticed, such as the durable stainless steel interior. You want to check for those things and make sure that everything it says is accurate. If your copywriting has a personal style, if you have a YouTube channel with a personal style, make sure that style is showing. So you may want to take these out, copy these out, and then just rewrite them in your own style or your own flavor. That's what's called your brand voice. And it's very important that whatever you're doing matches your brand voice. Also, make sure that the ad copy is specific enough. You want to have specificity. So read through it, make sure everything is in here that's needed, that it's not going too general. Again, ChatGPT and Gemini are both general chatbots, so they're going to tend to give you more general results. So you may want to come back in and add in a bit more detail to make sure that you have everything covered that you need covered in your ad copy. When you have all that, go ahead and then read this aloud and make sure it sounds good to your ear. If it doesn't, tweak the copy so that it's easy to read. This next bit should go without saying. Make sure you spell check everything. Be very careful about that. Make sure the grammar is correct on everything. Chatbots can make mistakes. It even says so right down here at the bottom of the page. Gemini can make mistakes, so double check it. It says the same thing at the bottom of ChatGPT. These programs will make mistakes, so make sure you check for those mistakes and catch them before you put this out in the real world. And finally, like I mentioned up here at the very top with their different ad headlines, it's a good idea, and this goes for any marketing, to do A/B testing on these different headlines, try them in a rotation, and see which one gives you the best results, and then go with the best performing headline. And if you found this video useful and you want more videos like this, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time.